Welcome to the Insurance Brokers Podcast, Helpful Hints. Here we break down the best, most informative bits of our full-length interviews.
And I would say it stretches beyond just the leadership, but especially in the leadership, because otherwise you end up taking the whole company in one direction, because especially at a startup, as we were saying before, the culture follows the founders and the leadership more broadly. So you have to be especially keen on that. Thimble, Neptune, all of them really have these stories where there's a particular skill set that the founders lacked and they rounded out, and it was a game changer. And the one that stands out to me, because I think it's not what anyone would expect, is around compliance. And this, interestingly, this kept coming up literally in every single case, one way or another, either because they had recognized just how important compliance is, and instead of seeing it as adversarial, and I think many of us in the industry know what I mean by that. It's like, you have your idea about a new product or a new way of going about it, or coverage or pricing or whatever. You want to get it to market, and you hold compliance at bay until the very last minute, because they're just going to be difficult. They won't understand. They're going to tell you no. And I've seen a few carriers who think about compliance differently, as something strategic. Let's bring it into the ideation phase and see, can we build this in a way that we don't have any issue? And can we bring them along for the journey so that the internal watchdogs who are trying to protect us externally are part of seeing what the business is trying to achieve, so they can think about, well, what are other ways we can do it if we do come up against one of those difficult moments where something's not possible. Generally, I would think you'd want to operate in a way that doesn't run afoul of regulators. So a few of these folks, not being insurance people, recognized or had it recognized for them. So in Neptune's case, it was their investor who had just come from the fintech world, where he had built a regional bank. So obviously very much a regulated space as well, differently so, but heavily regulated. And he saw in their hiring plans, when he was evaluating the company in due diligence, bring in compliance expertise and blah, but it was a bit out because they weren't live yet. And so why do you need compliance if there's nothing to comply with, because you're not in the market? And he said, you're thinking about this wrong. This isn't the last stage thing that you need to accommodate later. This is something you need at the ideation and the building phase.
Thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed what you have heard, have any questions or feedback, please leave us a review and we will be sure to get back to you. If you would like further information on how Boston Tullis Group can support your business, or if you would like to join us on an episode, please do not hesitate to contact us.